So I'm going to go through this quicker, and then we're going to do it together on each other. But just for you to see it one time first. A few things to say about Shavasana Assist. People can sense you coming, feel you coming. So especially in Shavasana, you've got to walk as softly as possible. Also, when you're moving around, you'll walk around the body. You don't step over the body, and you never step over the head, because you really can feel it. Like imagine if you had your eyes closed and someone's like stepping over you, you can kind of sense that, and it definitely is not relaxing. It's not in the middle, but Lydia's going to film it, and then you'll have it on Facebook, or in email. So you will have this. So you start at the feet, as with everything. You come to find a comfortable low position at the feet. So I like squatting, you could also be kneeling. I also like to rub my hands together because then people know you're coming. It doesn't freak them out quite as much. You need to get your hands underneath the ankles. So sometimes in order to do that, you have to roll the toes in to place the hands under. Lift the legs, hopefully they are relaxed. And then you start to traction the body back, really slow, forward and back. If you do it correctly, you should see their head moving as you rock the body forward and back. This should take at least as long as a breath, if not longer. So you're not rocking them fast, nice and slow. Arms straight back, straight heart lifted. I'm using my body weight. You can see me rocking forward and back, and that movement transferred to Carl. And then you start to make, or you can do that. And you start to make little U shapes with the legs. Lower in the middle, higher on either side. U shapes with the legs. To put the feet down, I circle them out once, and I softly lower them down. Give them a little shake, because people tend to hold on to their legs, even though you wish they would relax them. And then a gentle press out. This is only to make the legs relax, or to help the legs relax. So you're listening a lot with your hands for that resistance. So for some people, their toes will flop all the way down to the floor. Great. For some people, not. You don't want to be pushing on them. This is not a time you're not working on their external rotation of their hips. You're just making sure that the legs are soft. I brush off, that's the feet. I come to either side. For the arms, I kneel down. Can you see now that his shoulders are kind of up by his ears because I was tractioning him back, so I have to fix that. I can't just leave him here. I come to either side. The knee closest to the body goes down to the floor. I hook thumbs in a butterfly grip. Relax. So it looks like a butterfly. Then to the elbow. And then to make sure they're relaxed, it's nice to do a couple of circles of the elbow. When I'm ready to traction the shoulder, I reach the arm that's further away to the top of the shoulder. The hand goes across the body, and I slide the shoulder blade down the back, and then I support the elbow down to the floor, hand down to the floor, and press. Now you'll be able to see the difference between the two sides that's happening in his shoulders. This is why you always walk around the feet, not around the head. Coming to the other side, knee closest to the body comes down, and then I hook thumbs, then the elbow, start to circle. You'll notice that once I hook the thumb, this hand stays hooked the whole time. That way you can remember it's the other hand that moves. Traction your arm across the body. As I reach underneath the shoulder, slide the shoulder blade down the back, release the elbow, hand. His hand goes back to the shoulder, the thumbs stay hooked the whole time. And now he's nice and relaxed and even. I come around to the head. You must be stable when you're working on the head and neck. So you find a seat, or you kneel, or you sit in Upavishta Konasana, but your sitting bones are on the floor or on the heels if you're kneeling. You're not squatting here, you're definitely not crouching over the body. You can start with a gentle press of the shoulders. Holding this for a few breaths, just to say, I'm here, giving them a nice friendly presence. Sometimes when you do this, they'll take a big sigh, and then you know it's time to move on. But not a fake sigh. Sometimes they'll do a real sigh. And then, taking your fingertips, so similar to when we did the butterfly assist in forward folds, your fingertips are coming to the back of the neck. If you have really long nails, you have to be careful with this one. Don't scratch people, please. You'll leave a little bit of space between the fingertips to the spine, and the fingers are making a waving motion up the back of the neck. So I start at the base of the neck, and a little waving motion, So you do a little massage up the neck. But I'm not sliding on the skin. I'm just doing a gentle, very gentle press on either side of the neck. When I reach the occipital ridge at the base of the skull, which we found for the assisted Dandasana, remember the base of the skull? It's the exact same. I wrap the thumbs around the ears, and then I gently draw back so the head is barely leaving the floor. Not lifting him up, barely leaving, gentle traction. Put the head back down. Thumbs come together in between the eyebrows. I trace above the eyebrows. Circle once at the temple. Thumbs come back together at the eyebrows. Trace up the center of the forehead, resting here, and then you send any good wishes to your students. May you be happy, may you be free, may you know peace. May you stop judging everyone else's choices of music. I want to wish for them. And then you start to release. When you are doing a Shavasana Assist, that was a joke, but really when you're doing a Shavasana Assist, you want to be super present with whoever you are assisting. So the whole time you're assisting them, you're really with them and nowhere else. You're giving them your full attention. You are not thinking about what's coming next, what you're about to have for breakfast or dinner if you're at home teaching in the evening. You are giving them your full attention. You're really with them because they will feel that difference. And then you melt out of their space and quietly get up and walk away.